Goslar, Heart of the Harz. As you arrive in Goslar, the Harz Mountains stretch quietly in the background, their forests framing a town that feels almost untouched by time. The streets are paved with cobblestones, and the roofs of half-timbered houses lean toward each other as if whispering secrets. It's easy to think of Goslar as a charming medieval town, but in truth, you are standing in a place that once stood at the very center of an empire. Here in the 11th century, emperors of the Holy Roman Empire held court. Their presence transformed this mountain town into a city of power, politics, and wealth. The story of Goslar is not just about picturesque lanes. It is about ore and silver pulled from deep inside the Harz and the rulers who came here to claim it.
Ore, water, and power. To understand Goslar's rise, you follow the path of the Opsucht, the stream that winds its way through the old town. Its waters once powered mills, tanneries, and workshops, filling the streets with the constant rhythm of industry. More importantly, the Opsucht connected the town to the Rammelsberg mines just above the city. Both the town and the mines are UNESCO sites. They tell a tale of time, industry, and architecture. Rulers and traders come and go. The brilliance of Goslar shines forever. For more than 1,000 years, miners dug into the mountain, pulling out silver, copper, and lead. The first records of mining date back to the 10th century, and the wealth they created reached far beyond the Harz. Silver from Goslar financed imperial campaigns, filled cathedral treasuries, and spread into the trade networks of Europe. Without these mines, emperors would never have chosen Goslar as their seat. In the 13th century, Goslar joined the Hanseatic League to further underline their political and economic strength. Walking alongside the Opsucht today, you might notice the quiet sound of water running down. Yet, if you close your eyes, you can perhaps imagine the noise of hammers on stone and the creak of water wheels, all feeding the lifeline of a medieval empire. This has been an engine of medieval wealth. The market square, power on display. Soon the stream leads you into the market square, the beating heart of Goslar. Medieval market squares are more than the place where you buy and sell goods. They are the community hub for the nobles and knights, the clergy and craftsmen, for knight and burgher, lord and dame. Here, surrounded by the arcades of medieval houses, you begin to sense the scale of the city's ambition. The town hall, with its Gothic council chamber, dominates one side, inside decorated with elaborate woodwork. At the center of the square rises the market fountain. Topped with an imperial eagle, it reminded every merchant and visitor who truly held authority here. This was not just a town square, it was a stage where power was displayed. Imagine the scene centuries ago. Stalls crowded with goods from the Harz and beyond. The voices of traders carrying across the cobbles. And the toll of bells marking the hours of a city at the height of its influence. Even today, the square remains a lively place, with cafes and shops inviting you to pause and watch the world pass by. If you visit during Advent, the market transforms into one of Germany's most atmospheric Christmas markets, filling the square with lights, pine scents, and the warmth of mulled wine. Christmas in the Harz might very well be the true heart of Christmas. The streets of Goslar. As we stroll along, the streets curve and turn, and the half-timbered houses cuddle up together. Their facades decorated with carved beams and painted inscriptions. Many date back to the 15th and 16th centuries, and together they create one of the largest preserved ensembles of historic houses in Europe. We are at the southwestern point of the old city. Peterstrasse, Bergstrasse, and Ambeek as our feet turn left and right to see the most stunning views no matter where you look. This was the world of merchants, craftsmen, and miners. Emperors might have held court here in Goslar, but the city was built by its people. Their wealth can still be read in the houses, some grand with wide frontages, others humbler but no less steeped in history. More than 1,500 of these buildings survive, giving the old town its unique character. This is the seaman's house, the ancestral home of the very family that started the company. Like so many houses in this part of the city of Goslar, there is lots of detail and craftsmanship on display. All blends well together, as if a master painter painted this. Take your time wandering these lanes. Each corner reveals new details to marvel at. A sign, even a sigil perhaps above a door, an intricate pattern of wood beams, the curve of the streets, the shape of the roofs. If you want to capture the essence of Goslar, walk without a plan. Just let luck guide your way, and you will be amazed. Walls and towers, guarding an empire. As you reach the edge of the old town, the medieval walls and towers come into view. The entire wall isn't there anymore, but what remains does paint the picture. These fortifications were not built for show, they were a necessity. Goslar's silver made it a target for rival princes, bishops, and armies, all eager to control the flow of wealth. The walls stretched around the entire city, punctuated by watchtowers that allowed guards to scan the horizon for threats. Passing by these stone defenses today, you can sense the tension of a city that knew its fortune was also its vulnerability. Yet the walls did more than protect silver. They safeguarded the presence of emperors who gathered their court in Goslar, ensuring that imperial politics could play out behind a shield of stone. For travelers, these towers are a reminder of how valuable Goslar was in a fractured medieval world. Once you crossed the city walls and entered a tavern, you were safe and warm and under the protection of the Holy Roman Empire. The legacy of the emperor's city. By the late Middle Ages, Goslar had become a free imperial city, meaning Goslar was answerable only to the emperor himself. It joined the Hanseatic League, linking the Harz Mountains to ports on the North Sea and beyond. The Hanseatic League was a 12th to 17th century commercial and defensive confederation of North German merchant guilds and towns. They dominated trade in Northern Europe, particularly in the Baltic and North Seas from the 13th to the 15th century. Its immense power stemmed from its control over key trade routes. This control led to significant economic influence. The League's power declined due to increasing competition from centralized states, the Reformation, and because of several wars. Silver from Goslar reached far into Europe, supporting trade from Flanders and Holland to the Baltic region. The emperors eventually left, but Goslar's legacy remained. The Rammelsberg mines continued until the 20th century, making them one of the longest operating mining sites in the world. Today, both the mines and the Old Town are protected as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. As you walk back toward the market square, past streams, walls, and centuries of houses, you begin to see Goslar not just as a town of the hearts, but as a place where the story of an empire was written in stone, wood, and silver. Practical travel information. Goslar is easy to reach. From Hanover, it's about an hour by train, and from Berlin or Frankfurt, 3 to 4 hours by car or rail. Once here, the town is compact and best explored on foot, though local buses connect nearby sites. The best time to visit is spring or summer, when the mountains are green and the town lively with festivals. Autumn brings crisp air and colorful forests, while winter offers snow-dusted rooftops and the famous Christmas market. Goslar receives around 500,000 visitors each year, yet its streets rarely feel crowded. For accommodation, budget travelers can stay in family-run guest houses or youth hostels. Mid-range hotels are plentiful in the Old Town, with historic buildings converted into comfortable stays. For luxury, consider the Kaiserwerth Hotel on the Market Square or spa resorts in nearby Bad Harzburg. To enhance your visit, join a guided walking tour to uncover details you might miss on your own. And while in Goslar, why not explore more of the enchanting region, a region steeped in lore of witches and kings. Nearby must-see towns are, of course, Wernigerode and Quedlinburg, and the mountains themselves offer hiking trails, train rides, and quaint little towns for a perfect German getaway vacation. Enjoy.